Alrighty, it's Monday. Crash of the Titans. Let's get into it. We are dealing with Rhino, and we have Reptil on the docket, so we'll get into all the particulars with Reptil. But first, let's take a look at Rhino, and I gotta pull up my Rhino because I don't remember everything Rhino does. Like once you get past a certain point of character development or roster development, uh, things tend to blur. So Rhino's Trample is his green ability, which costs 8, deals damage to the enemy team, destroying a 3x3 block of tiles, and then additional 4 enemy or basic tiles. And then we have to worry about this caveat here because since it's a one-on-one fight, Rhino is always going to be in front. Stun a random enemy for 3 turns, and then destroy tiles obviously don't generate AP or deal damage. So that's going to be our nightmare to deal with. Rhino Might is his black ability, which costs 8. It's both active and passive. Actively, Rhino deals damage, creates 3 fortified protect tiles, and then 2 enemy strike tiles, and that's going to play into his passive. It says whenever an enemy strike, attack, or protect tile is matched or destroyed, Rhino deals damage and then jumps to the front. And in this case, he's always going to be in front, but he's going to deal the damage to us. And then Hidebound is his blue passive ability, which states he takes 25% less damage from enemy powers. Friendly projectiles are much more effective when Rhino's out in front. And then the base match damage of all of Rhino's colors is increased by 85%. Obviously at level 5 it's 200 and even more damage reduction. As far as the affiliations of Rhino, Villains, Sinister 6, Thunderbolts Enhanced, Street Level, and Gamma Mutates because, you know, he's been Gamma infused. So from one animal person into an actual animal person, Reptil, who is your standard red, green, and yellow combination. His red ability, Cretaceous Chomp, costs 6, deals damage, and then converts a random red basic tile into a strike tile. And if Reptil is transformed, then you fortify the tile, and then you increase the strength by whatever the listed percentage is. And that's going to come in handy with the Reptilian Rampage. Alright. With this cost 8, he transforms into the Quetzalcoatlus, destroying 6 random tiles. And then while he's in the form of the Quetzalcoatlus, there are some effects. Increased match damage or increased damage period. Whenever Reptil makes a match or uses an ability, half that damage is dealt to 2 other random characters with a 20% chance to hit an ally, but since it's a one-on-one, we don't have to worry about that. Then if Reptil damages his allies 2 or more times this way, then he reverts back to his human form, and then stunned. And then extra match damage is based on Reptil's average match damage. And the final thing is Ankilo Armor, which is his yellow ability, which costs 6, is active and passive. It converts a basic yellow tile to a protect tile, and then if he's in the form of the Quetzalcoatlus, then you fortify the tile and empower it by the listed amount. And then he takes less damage and deals more damage for each Avenger on his team, and supernatural allies deal more damage with their matches and abilities, and that's part of the reason why I had that there at level 5. As far as affiliations goes, heroes, Avengers, and enhanced for all those that care. Now, what do we do against the Rhino? Well, a couple things we gotta do. One, we gotta make sure that he doesn't get green. If he gets green, that's gonna put us in a bind as far as the stun goes. Um, Blue, we're not worried about with the increased match damage because match damage is gonna match damage regardless. Um, Black might hurt us a little bit, is that even though he'll put those projectiles out on the board, he gives us some strike tiles, but we can kind of increase them as long as we fire off our green and go red and do all that stuff there. So hopefully if we can deny enough green, that could probably stop Rhino from charging us. So we'll let my masters do the talking from this point forward. Wow. You see how severely weak our good friend Reptil is, like compared to, somebody like Rhino. Yeah, that was not fun at all, especially with those meaty projectiles that Rhino was getting. So next crash that we got is gonna be a double crash, 6 days, 12 hours at least of this record. Oh, excuse me, that's the water. 6 hours, well, 6 days, 12 hours of this recording will be with Nebula. I think I should have her fully champed out, pretty close to it. We'll double check and see real quick. And just for posterity's sake, oh, 358. So I'll be using my same Nebula throughout the whole entire fight. So that's cool. Um, that'll end the crash. We got the magical girl PVE that I need to take and do. We'll do that there literally after these messages.